Hello, subbers and everybody else that's watching. Today's Oreimo Talks is on the sort of final episode of Oreimo for Season 2. Because after this is OVA after OVA after OVA. And this episode was so well put together. I just couldn't, breathe. Because every second was an answer to why Kirino is Kirino today. An entire episode through Kirino's psyche point of view since she was a child. It begins with little Kyosuke about to leave the house to do whatever little Kyosuke does, when little Kirino comes sniffling and crying, squeezing a bunny with its head ripped open, going, "I broke my friend's stuffed animal. We got in a fight and now she hates me forever. What am I going to do?" And then Kyosuke pats her on the head and goes, "I all of a sudden know how to sew. I may be 5 years old, but I know how to sew." And so, him being Mr. Amazing, sews the bunny back up, and his friend is never spoken of again. Even though it appears she's never had friends for about 5 to 6 years later. I'll get to that soon. I mean, she is so devoted to Kyosuke. And I'm going to get into that right now. Oh, and I must say the opening for this episode was just salivatingly nice. It was so Kirino and Kyosuke-centric. Oh, great. I love it. Okay, the first thing that she really says while he's fixing the bunny is, "When I was a child, I was my brother's girl." Does that mean I was his love interest? I don't know, because he kind of thinks of him like that now, but did she really think about it like that back then? I mean, was she really that mentally mature to think like that? I don't think so. She's just clingy. Continuing on. We flash forward slightly to Kyosuke having the biggest race of his life and winning, and then Kirino thinking he's some sort of superhuman brother who can do anything, which apparently he could because he was 6 or 7 years old, and he was the star of everything, including something he had his face on. Let me go check what it was. Before I could find that thing that he's on, I ran into something called Kyosuke was trying to take his bath, and they were Kirino went in there with, "It should be okay for us to bathe together." "No, it shouldn't. Mom, help me! Help me!" "Ha ha 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 ha! Big brother! Drag! No!" Apparently he understood what was going on even back then, but he was trying to block out the memory, I suppose. Now to find that picture thingy. God damn, this part isn't till a little bit later. Okay, it appears that he had a bunk bed, so I'm guessing him and Kirino slept in the same room. So I'm guessing Kirino's room used to be a storage area or something. Just good information to know, which means that they were even closer and closer than I thought they were. So after that, he runs down the stairs and they reenact what happened on episode 1 of Oreimo by going, "Oh my god, she opened the door, but I'm going way too fast down the stairs." Crash. Right after they got up from the collision, Kyosuke all of a sudden turned a 180 of being a good brother into, "I'm older. I can do stuff you can't. But I want to go with you." "No. I'm an adult, even though I'm a year older." "But, big brother, no." Right after that was what looked like a food eating contest, which Kyosuke had already just won. And he was about to go out and do stuff again, when Kirino was like, "I can't finish it. Oh my god, I suck as a person. No!" But this time, Kyosuke isn't a douchebag and goes, "Well, Kirino, will you want to come with me?" "Yes!" And so, swishing forward, we meet Manami. But this is before she hated Manami. And they're having a little study thing over there. Well, Kirino is there just watching a cartoon. And when it seems like Kyosuke and Manami are getting a little huddled up and trying to learn shit, because apparently Kyosuke doesn't need to learn shit. He was like, "I can teach you like 2 seconds." "But I But I'm Kiyosuke, and I'm better at everything that everybody else is. I'm super child. Oh my god, you are! And then Kirino sees this and gets jealous and goes, this is boring, I'm leaving! Dun dun dun. After that, we go to a rainy day. Well, it's about to rain, and Kiyosuke's running out of the house to go I do not know where. But Kirino wants to go with him, and then he goes, well, if you can keep up with me, later, loser, da 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 da. And he goes really quickly, and then she goes, I'm out of shape. Where did he go? Oh no, I've been abandoned. Oh, I have a terrible brother. Oh no, it's raining. I'm gonna die. Wham! Ow, that hurt you, Baka! Did you come looking for me? No. Let's go home. It rained, so I can't do what I want to do. And so this triggers a bathroom fan service scene, followed by, I'm going to learn how to run! And so she got herself special running clothing, and she began to run. And boy, did she run. And she was so mad, just doing this to one-up her brother for making her feel like shit. But then, this happens. Upon coming home one day from her running regimen, she sees Kiyosuke with a bunch of picture things that he's stapling together. And they are programs for a cultural festival, with him on the cover as the model man, boy, thing, making him look wonderful again. Because, of course, he is the most wonderful child in the house, and in the school, and ever. Because he is Kiyosuke. They then reminisce about how Kiyosuke used to be Mr. Wonder Runner back when he was in her grade. And then she goes, Big brother, why aren't you in the running club now? Wham! Why did you hit me? Because I don't do that anymore. I'm a better person now. I'm older. Excuse me, I'm leaving the room. Big brother's confusing. I have to mention there's a shot that's bothering me. It keeps on repeating. They like to go to the rooftop of the Kosaka household to stare at the power lines in their transitions, and I don't understand what the significance of that is. If you understand, please comment below. It's bothering me. Anyway, now things get a little depressing as Kirino says, Kiyosuke's changed. He's walking to school mostly with Manami. He's spending time just yawning and just relaxing, reading books about stuff that she doesn't care about. She confronts him and goes, why don't you do the things you used to do? I don't know. You're not being awesome anymore. I don't feel like being awesome today. Why can't I have a day off of being awesome? You're not the brother. You're not my brother. And so she runs away dramatically. And Kiyoshi's like, what? Why can't I read and relax for 5 minutes without being awesome? Why do I have to be awesome 24/7? Ooh, is this the Amazing Race? Maybe I should join this. Then I'd be more awesome. Yeah. Anyway, Kirino was running out of the house, and then she's going, there must be a reason. There must be. Oh, I know what the reason is. Manami ruined my brother and made him a boring person. So she goes to Manami's house and screams, it's all your fault! And then Manami's like, what? What's wrong, Kirino-chan? You made my brother boring! Your brother's always been boring. But he was wonderful! That brother doesn't exist. What do you mean? I want him back. You can't have him back. Dun, 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 dun. And so, with that dark thing being said, her hatred for Manami was born. And now we know there should have been a beating that took place when they were at the party, but no. For some reason, Kirino was able to hold back. If Kiyosuke had only known what a douchebag Manami is, things could be different. And now Kirino's like walking around whining and crying like her life was ruined. And then Kiyosuke comes running up like, Kirino, what's wrong? Did you get hurt by something? I don't know what happened. Why are you doing this? This bothers me. And all of a sudden, the little tsundere inside of Kirino is born. And she gets all growly and goes, you're weird. Stop worrying about me. And she leaves. Aww. See, we wouldn't have Tsundere Kirino if it wasn't for asshole Manami. Damn. So the award for being the most terrible person and fucking up her brain to being a tsundere, Manami Tamara. I mean, kudos to you. We wouldn't have this conflict going on if it wasn't for your bitchiness. Oh my god. With that dramatic event over with, we zoom ahead a few more years to when Kirino is in her modeling job and she meets Ayase! And Ayase is so shy, he goes, why are you talking to me? You're scary. Oh my god, Ayase, so what you say? And she's not psycho yet, but there is psycho later on when she's kind of defensive over Kirino after they become friends. When there are these kids sitting behind Kirino just talking about little sister porn. I mean, Hiroke. And Kirino is reacting to it in a grrr way. But it's just because they're saying bad things about how their stuff is selling. But Ayase takes it a different way and goes, those pervs, they're making my Kirino mad. I will destroy them! And so that's what happens, and that's why Ayase is like that. But we also learn the reason why Kirino's a model in the first place is because we go back in time to when the cultural festival flyers are being done, and Kiyosuke's like, I'm a model, everybody loves me. So she's trying to amplify everything that was wonderful about her brother. So that means her entire life is what her brother should have been doing. Oh my god. Answers! And now we also get to figure out why she got into Hiroge in the first place. She was out with Ayase. No, she wasn't out with Ayase. Ayase happened to be in the same place as her. But she saw the magazine while walking around one day. And she couldn't take her eyes off of it. And after reading it, she bought a computer to play the game, whatever it was called in it, about little sisters. Little Sister Maker. And it just validated what she wished she could have with Kiyosuke. But it turned into a more disturbing obsession as she really got into the games. So, yeah. She replaced her brother with this fantasy lifestyle of the games. But then she had to start telling... She had to express that she's been doing this stuff instead of holding it in, and she ended up telling her brother. And then she found her brother was a wonderful person again, being on defensive. And that's how all of Season 1 came to be, and up to now. And how she stressed him for advice. And they were about to have advice when all of a sudden the episode ended. So I don't know if we were going to eventually go to Brother Ski Days, I won't play the games anymore if we actually Ski Days. I don't know if that's gonna happen. But we have 3 OVAs in a Blu-ray pack coming in like a month. Or, if you're gonna go to Otakon, they're gonna air it there first. I might be able to go there myself and be one of the first people to see it. Let's hope that's true. So, leave a comment below. This episode was a doozy. I loved it. Bye.